I saw one of our exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his ass no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits.
Just remember that you're the prize always.
Say that one more time.
Just remember that you are the prize.
Yes.
That's like his golden slogan for me. Yeah.
I go back and forth between wanting partnership and then not knowing what's the best partner for me. And the worst part is the loneliness that comes with it.
Steve and Lori Harvey just got caught quietly hating on MichaelBJordan, and the timing could not be worse. Keep in mind, Lori and MBJ broke up 4 years ago. She has since moved on with Damson Idris. So why is this family still this pressed about Michael? By now, you already know MichaelBJordan won his first Oscar for his role in Sinners. While the entire room was on its feet giving him a standing ovation, Steve and Lori were nowhere in sight. Lori did not even show up to the Oscars. Her boyfriend Damson had to walk the whole thing solo. And let's not forget, just weeks before the Oscars, a man at the BAFTAs screamed a racial slur directly at MBJ on live television. Steve had absolutely nothing to say about it. Now we know exactly why. Lori gave Steve one direct order. You are not allowed to show any public support toward MichaelBJordan for any reason. So while the rest of Hollywood was standing behind one of their own, Steve sat there with his mouth shut because his daughter told him to. And that is not just petty when a black man gets called a slur on an international stage and your silence is tied to a family grudge that says everything about your priorities. The whole industry responded. You know, Steve never misses a chance to speak up about something. But on this, complete silence. According to people close to the family, they are genuinely bitter. Since the breakup, Michael's career has only climbed, and Lori has just been cycling through industry men. Was Steve wrong to stay silent?
Every boy that has ever come through that door to date any of the 4 daughters, they've all heard the same speech. Hey man, listen to me. This could last, this might not last.
So as you all know, about a month ago, MichaelBJordan and his Sinners co-star Delroy Lindo got called the N-word while presenting an award at the BAFTAs in London.
Delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making.
We're here to
At first, it looked like an unfortunate accident. The man who shouted the slur, John Davidson, has Tourette's syndrome. But it came out later that the BAFTAs not only placed Davidson directly in front of a live microphone, but they chose to keep that moment in the final broadcast. This was a pre-recorded ceremony. They made a deliberate decision to let the world watch MichaelBJordan and Delroy Lindo get humiliated on a global stage. Delroy later stated that not a single person from the BAFTAs reached out to check on either of them after it happened. That detail alone had fans questioning whether the whole thing was intentionally left in to undercut the Sinners cast. Nearly every one of their peers spoke out or called out the BAFTAs directly. Steve Harvey said nothing. And then the Oscars came and made everything even messier. MichaelBJordan made history. He took home Best Actor for Sinners, beating out Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Ethan Hawke. He was visibly emotional at the podium. He shouted out his mother and his father, who flew in from Ghana just to witness the moment. He thanked Ryan Coogler, his creative partner across 5 films, and took time to honor the legends who came before him. It was the kind of moment that gets replayed for years. Real, earned, and unforgettable. Did you expect MBJ to win?
Yeah, mama, what's up? Y'all know how I feel about my mother and my father's here. Your pops, where you at? My dad came in from Ghana. He flew in from Ghana to be here. For believing in this dream, this vision of Ryan Coogler, and betting on the culture and betting on original ideas and original artistry. And you're an amazing, amazing person. I'm so honored to call you a collaborator and a friend, and you gave me the opportunity and space for me to be seen. Staying here because of the people that came before me. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith, and to be amongst those giants, amongst those greats, amongst my ancestors, amongst my guys. Thank you, everybody in this room and everybody at home, for supporting me over my career. I feel it. I know you guys want me to do well, and I want to do that because you guys bet on me. So thank you for keep betting on me.
Clips of that speech were everywhere within minutes. Everyone was posting, celebrating, shouting him out. Everyone except Steve Harvey. Now, you might think maybe Steve just stays out of entertainment news. But this man runs a podcast and a morning show. He has multiple platforms where he weighs in on celebrity culture every single week. He has commented on breakups he had nothing to do with. He has thrown opinions on beefs that had zero connection to his family. But the night two black men get called a slur on an international stage? Silence. The night MichaelBJordan makes Oscar history? Still nothing. Here is where it all becomes very clear. Steve actually admitted during a recent appearance on the Pivot podcast that Lori has a standing rule for him. He told a story about running into one of Lori's exes at a basketball game. He never said MBJ by name, but the timeline lines up directly with footage of the two of them hugging at a game. Steve revealed that after Lori found out about that hug, she told him point blank never acknowledge that man again. Not a request, a hard rule. Could you follow that rule?
I saw one of her exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits. If you are ex, your ex is my ex too.
In Steve's own words, the moment you date Lori and it ends, you are not just her ex anymore. You become Steve's ex too. He cannot acknowledge MBJ in public. He cannot even be accidentally polite. If Lori hears that he was cordial, she gets in his face about it directly. At some point, that stops being a father protecting his daughter. That is a grown man being managed by her. Is that good parenting or not?
Lori, boy, she be in my ass. I can't make no mistakes. I can't make sense. The rule in our house is any boy that's an ex, he's now my ex too. I must hate him like we was dating. Yes.
So now we have it straight from Steve himself. He is operating under standing orders to completely freeze out MichaelBJordan simply because Lori said so. But is there even a real reason behind this much bitterness? The cheating rumors. Back in June 2022, when they split, anonymous tips started flooding gossip blogs. Sources claimed MBJ was emotionally unfaithful, FaceTiming a woman overseas, making future plans with her, all while still with Lori. A separate tip claimed he slid into the DMs of a woman who resembled a Kardashian. Lori added fuel by posting a dump him bumper sticker photo on her own page. But here is the reality, every single one of those tips was anonymous. No names attached, no screenshots, no woman ever came forward, nothing was ever confirmed with actual evidence. Meanwhile, People magazine, the outlet that first broke the breakup, reported that Lori ended things herself. She was 25, focused on her career, and not ready for the commitment MBJ was looking for. He was 35 and reportedly ready for marriage. Two people at completely different stages of life. That was the sourced version of events. The truth? Only those two know. But what is obvious is that Steve Harvey has been ordered to disrespect a man he clearly had no real issue with. That basketball game hug tells you everything. If MBJ had genuinely done Lori wrong, that moment never would have happened. Telling your father to hate your ex like he personally dated him does not make the ex look bad. It makes you look like you never actually moved on. The internet has clocked it, and now the rest of the world has too.